For many of us, the idea of creating our own game seems thrilling. We imagine creating massive games with complex mechanics, intelligent NPCs. We picture players from around the world enjoying our game, and most importantly, making a living out of it. However, the reality of game development is quite complex than we realize. Hi, my name is Niraj, and in this video we will be discussing different challenges that comes with being an indie game developer. So if you are someone who is passionate about game development or planning to start your journey in game development, then I encourage you to keep watching. And I hope that at the end of the video, you will feel inspired and motivated to continue pursuing your dream project. As a beginner, you may have great ideas for huge open worlds with lots of different highly intelligent non-player characters AI, a huge storyline with good plot and twists. However, in reality, there's a huge difference between coming up with an idea and executing it. The truth is that creating a game is an extremely complex process, and that requires different skills including programming, 3D or 2D art, audio, level design, and the list goes on. It can be easy to underestimate the amount of work and learning that goes into creating a game. The gap between your vision and what you can actually create is often disappointing and kind of discouraging. The more you want to build, the more resources you will need. If you're going for a game with high quality graphics and intelligent AI, then you might need a team of skilled professionals, a significant budget, and a lot of time. Even large AAA game studios with experienced developers struggle to create complex games without facing any challenges. And of course, there is a crunch time. To put that in perspective, the budget of GTA 5 was $265 million with 4 years of development. And according to the recent leaks, the budget of GTA 6 could be whopping $2 billion. And the game is in development since 2014. And it's been 9 years and the game is still in the process. As an indie game developer, you must be working alone or with a small team. Which means you need to learn and do everything by yourself. You may not necessarily know how to make 3D models or 2D art, music and sound, animations. But you will need to learn these skills if you want to create games. It can be overwhelming to think about how much there is to learn and do. But it's important to remember that even experienced game developers started out as a beginner and had learned everything from scratch. Game development is not just a matter of coding and being done with it. As you progress through the development process, you'll start facing the complexity it comes with, issues with optimization and compatibility, and many other factors that you might not consider initially. The more you want to build, the more resources you'll need, and this is where many indie game developers hit a wall. In contrast to large AAA studios, indie developers typically have limited budget and may not have access to the same level of resources as large companies do. As a solo developer or small team, you'll need to learn how to wear many hats and take on a variety of roles. This can include learning how to create art, animations, and sound, etc. It can be challenging, but also an opportunity to learn new skills and expand your creative horizons. Learning new skills can be challenging and time-consuming. It may take you weeks or even months to become proficient in a particular area. Additionally, while some skills may seem unrelated, they can all affect the overall quality of your game. For example, creating high-quality art assets and designing engaging levels are just as important as writing optimized code. Another challenge of learning is staying motivated. When you hit a roadblock or get stuck on a problem, it can be difficult to push through and keep learning. This is where online communities can be incredibly helpful. Surrounding yourself with other game developers who are going through the same struggle as you can be a source of motivation and inspiration. Sharing your progress, asking for help, and giving feedback can help you stay engaged and motivated. As an indie game developer, you're not just a creator, you're also an entrepreneur. This means that in addition to developing your game, you'll need to learn about marketing, publishing, and other aspects of the business side of the game development. You may need to attend events like GDC and showcase your game, and you totally need to become a YouTuber as well to build up interest and following. There's a lot of work to be done and it's not always easy. Finally, there is a complexity of publishing on multiple platforms. Each platform has its own set of requirements and technical specifications, and it can be challenging to ensure that your game runs smoothly on all of them. It's a time-consuming process that can be frustrating and overwhelming, especially if you are not familiar with the ins and outs of the game development. While it may seem easy on the surface, but the reality is that there's a lot more than it seems. But with the persistence, dedication, and a willingness to learn, it's possible to overcome these challenges and create something truly remarkable. As a solo developer, not only do you have to create the game itself, but you also have to think about how to get it in front of potential players. This means you have to handle marketing, promotion and publishing. And with the increasing number of games being released every year, getting your game noticed can be really challenging. To publish your game, you need to consider which platforms you want to release it on. Each platform has its own requirement and submission process, and you need to make sure that your game meets all the necessary criteria. You also need to create marketing plan and budget for advertising and promoting your game. This can include social media campaigns, influencer outreach, and attending gaming events to showcase your game. Another factor to consider is pricing your game. If your game is free, then considering how you are going to monetize it, or if your game is paid, you want to make sure that your game is priced appropriately for the amount of content and quality it provides, while also being competitive with other games in the market. Pricing too high may deter the potential players, while pricing too low may give the impression that your game is lower quality. Additionally, you need to handle the legal and financial aspect of the publishing game. This can include registering your business, obtaining necessary license and permits, and dealing with taxes and royalties. It's important to have a clear understanding of these requirements and to seek professional help if needed. It's important to take the time to research and plan your approach, and to stay adaptable as you encounter obstacles along the way. If you are willing to put in the work, learn new skills and stay committed, you can create amazing games that people will love. It's a journey that requires a lot of dedication but also incredibly rewarding. In the end, remember that you are not alone. The indie game development community is full of supportive and helpful people who are going through the same struggles as you. Don't be afraid to ask for help or advice, and always be open to learn from others. In conclusion, indie game development is not for the faint-hearted, but it's an incredibly rewarding journey for those who are willing to put in the efforts. With the hard work, persistence and bit of luck, you can create games that people will love and enjoy. So keep pushing forward, keep learning and keep creating amazing games. And watch this next best video recommended by YouTube algorithm. Subscribe, stay tuned, and we'll see you in the next one.